All right, my friend, let's get started. Hello as you are joining. Hello, welcome to say hi or post a comment or ask a question in the chat, and we'll just start. So I wanted to have a conversation. I've been facilitating a class called How the Heck Do I Promote? And one of the things we've been talking about is this idea. We had this conversation today where most people went, oh my gosh, whenever I am inviting people to something, so say it's either a class or maybe you're a healer or you run bars or you do body work or you own a store or maybe you're selling something, right? Maybe it's a multi-level marketing company or whatever it is, right? Maybe you're selling essential oils, maybe you're selling t-shirts. And so a lot of people, what we were talking about today is how often are you talking to people and in the back of your head, you're already expecting a no. So I was talking to them about how I've been dealing with a friend of mine who's not in a very good space. And I noticed that instead of talking to their being, I've been talking to like all the other beings or entities in their body, right? Or all of, hello, yes, I am. Awesome, Brenda. I don't know what that means, but awesome. Oh, you're talking to people expecting a no, right? And so it's so interesting. So I was dealing with this friend and, just in my head, sort of looking at it, I was like, oh my God, I have been, instead of talking to their being, talking to the lightness, talking to the person I adore, I was talking to the person that is sort of a nuisance, right? The energies that are feisty and fighting and not as contributory. And so we're talking about, isn't it fascinating that when you go to promote, you already assume that you're going to come up against a lot of resistance instead of, right? What if you were to flirt with the yes, right? So one of the brilliant things in promoting is, what if you could be no point of view? So I talk about this as just as you would share your favorite meal from your favorite restaurant. So I went out to dinner last night with friends and had my favorite dish that we had. We had a ton of appetizers and then we shared a big duck entree and it was delicious. But I loved, my favorite dish was the eggplant, right? And it was spicy and with chilies and so delicious. And oh my God, where was I going? Oh, so if I were to share, oh my God, this eggplant dish was so amazing. You have to go to this restaurant and try it. I walk away never really, like, it's not important to me whether you ever choose to go to that restaurant and eat the eggplant or you don't choose to go to the restaurant and eat the eggplant. So it's like, you put it out to the world with enthusiasm and then walk away. And so how many of you have an energy when you are talking, whether it's to people you love and care about? So let's say you want to have your husband support a choice that you want to make, and you've already decided that they're not going to be so happy with that choice. And so you're already creating and inventing an internal fight with that person rather than talking to the being that would be so honored and grateful and happy to support you in your desires. Do you guys notice that? And so it's sort of insane to me that most of us will talk to the energy expecting resistance instead of flirting and playing with the energy to see what it would create from no point of view. And so when I discovered that I was doing this with my friend, I was like, wow, how often are we expecting an outcome that isn't pleasing to us? Versus, what if we always knew that putting out the energy with enthusiasm would create something that could invite possibility? And so it's a really different place to look from. It's a really different place to look at is, are you talking to people with the enthusiasm with no point of view? Or are you taking it personally that they're going to say no? Are you taking it personally that they're going to resist what you're asking for? And so, what if for the next 24 hours you started to talk to all of the energies of consciousness to contribute to, I'm going to say, pleasing outcomes, outcomes that you're like, ooh, that is good. Ooh, that is good. Ooh, like sitting at dinner with my friends last night, I haven't been out in a restaurant with friends in a really long time since prior to COVID. And we were laughing, crying, snorting, enjoying wine, eating really good food. And it was so enjoyable. My cheeks hurt. I was laughing so hard. I almost probably started crying. That is an amazing energy to create from. Okay. And so, what if you were to seek out all of the energies in consciousness, of consciousness, and engage with the energies to invite an outcome, to invite an experience, to invite a journey that is totally pleasing, right? So I was listening to an audio, and in the audio, they were giving this analogy that, you don't have an experience just for the end result, right? You actually have an experience because the experience contributes awareness and pleasure and like adventure and creation. And so the example they gave was, imagine going, oh, well, we're going to go on a road trip and we're going to visit 5 states. And on that journey, we're going to start from home. We're going to go on this road trip, stay in hotels, visit places we've never seen before, and then we're going to go home. Oh, well, the end result is home. We're already home, so we might as well not go on the adventure. My friends, it is always up to us how we receive the way that the universe is contributing to us. So you can conclude that the universe is against you, or that things aren't going your way, or that life is hard, or money is hard, or jobs are hard, or you can go, right? Thank you, Beata. She says, I love this topic. Or you can go into, I'm going on a journey, I'm going on an adventure, I can't wait to see what I experience. I wonder how much fun I can have along the journey. I wonder how much money I can make. I wonder how many friends I can meet. I wonder what I am going to experience. And it's through that experience that creates the joy of living. Is that an aha? Do I get some thumbs up, hearts? So do a comment if you are resonating with this, and if you have any questions that you'd like to ask, please feel free to ask. And so really the target is, what if you didn't make yourself wrong for however long the journey takes, right? I'm going to also talk about a topic probably tomorrow or the next day around planting seeds, which you guys may want to listen to. Oh my God, what is going on with my hair? Sometimes my bangs get too long, but it's like the camera's the opposite. Everything's the opposite. So what if you stopped expecting worst case scenario? What if you stopped inventing that people are going to judge you? So one of the things that we talked about in this How the Heck Do I Promote series was that people will invent that, oh, somebody's going to judge me, or, oh, this person's going to be unhappy, or my husband's going to be upset, or this person's going to leave my life. And so they invent scenarios to reason and justify why they won't choose it in the first place. So when it comes to promotion, if you're expecting the no, you're inventing that someone's going to say no. Why would you even bother to invite someone to a party, or your business, or a massage, or energy work, or a class? You're like, oh, well, they're already going to say no. oh, they can't afford it, so they're going to say no. That's really unkind. Like, you don't go to Walmart or Target or I forget the stores in Europe that they're called, Aldi's. Like, you don't go to an Aldi's, and Aldi's, there's someone at the front of the store before you can enter into Aldi's, and they say, "Excuse me, we need to pre-qualify whether you're qualified enough to purchase something from our store," right? They don't say, "Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, you can't come in because we know that you're going to say no to the special we have in the deli section." Like, it's so insane. And yet, every day, how often are we inventing the experience of worst case scenario? So, if this resonates with you, please feel free to leave a comment. Please feel free to share. We've got some really exciting stuff that's happening. So, I've been facilitating no judgment diet classes. It's something I created 8 years ago. And I've been having the privilege for several years now of facilitating 3.5 day live events around the world. But as we know, the world has changed. So, no longer doing classes live yet, although some of my friends have started to create live classes, which is so cool. So we've decided to give you an invitation with an experience. And the experience is to discover what it would be like to take a class over 30 days and really dive into these topics and integrate them 1 hour a day, every day, with total ease. And this particular class is based off of, are you too big for this reality? So do you judge you're too much and therefore you don't put yourself out there? Do you judge you're too loud and you cover up your laugh when you're in public? Do you avoid doing the things you truly desire to create in the world because you're already inventing the judgment, right, that somebody's going to refuse, resist, react, or reject you? And so, my friends, the only person who can reject you is you when you judge you. Oh, that's a good meme. The only person who can reject you is you when you judge you. Right. No judgment, baby. Best diet ever. And so it really is about, no judgment diet used to be about changing your body. And now it's really evolved into, when you don't judge you don't judge your body, you don't judge your food choices, you don't judge your money, you don't judge what you do, you don't judge your relationships, then you have space to create with the energies for your life. You have space to enjoy your life. You have space to laugh. You have space. You don't go, the same analogy is, you don't go into a movie going, I'm going to this movie because I want to go to this movie so I can see the end of the movie. No, you go to the movie so you can watch the movie and enjoy the experience. And so it's so fascinating to witness ourselves when we are inventing reasons to not have the life we'd like to have. And it really, judgment is one of the places where we will use judgment in place of creation. We will use judgment in place of awareness, because you can't have simultaneously, you cannot have judgment and awareness. So you cannot be aware if you're judging. Okay? And so if you're like, ooh, I realize I am judging myself, I'm judging my business, I'm judging my clothes, I'm judging my family, I'm judging what I'm choosing on a daily basis, I'm judging the coronavirus, whatever it is you're judging, right? Now there's an awareness around the coronavirus, but judgment around the coronavirus doesn't create more. And so when you allow yourself the awareness and you eliminate the judgment, you actually open up a space where it is possible to totally enjoy and indulge in your life. So if you would like to check out, Are You Too Big for This Reality? We are doing a 2-hour taster class and it begins a week from today, October 1st. And then the sort of month-long experience begins October 5th, where we Monday through Friday do an hour a day. So highly recommend checking it out. If this video inspired you or contributed to you in any way, please leave a comment. Please give us a like on the No Judgment Diet. Please feel free to share this video with anyone you think it may contribute to. And my question to you is, if you stopped like inventing things that you think are wrong, how much time, energy, and space would you have to focus on the things that light you up, to focus on the joy, to focus on the laughter, to focus on the fun? And what would that create in your world? So that's all I got for you today. Thank you guys so much for joining, and I look forward to seeing you either online or live in person somewhere in the world. So you can go to katherinemcintosh.com and you can go to classes, and on there you will see the No Judgment Diet 30-day experience of Are You Too Big for This Reality? So my friends, you can never make a wrong choice. You can only judge your choices, so they can't be a contribution in your world. So stop judging, start choosing, and start seeing how much fun you can have when you realize that anything is possible. All right, bye for now, and we'll catch you on the other side.